In today's news, special committee concludes that Willock must pay his $106,000 legal bill. And Corine George-Massicote, the new House of Assembly Speaker, she vows to uphold good governance. And Elmer Stout High School, a look at safety, security, and discipline. And we also see HireBVI to host annual career exposition tomorrow, Friday. But viewers, these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Well, welcome everyone. It's Thursday, May 26, 2022. I'm Kamal Haynes, coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. Well, a happy Thursday to one and all, and thank you so much for joining us. Well, we start today's newscast with an update from the Special Select Committee, where former Speaker Julian Willock will have to pay just over $106,000 out of his pockets for the legal fees incurred during his discontinued injunction case, which was filed against the Commissioner of Inquiry and his 3 attorneys. Well, this after the Special Select Committee, which was established under the former Premier Andrew Foy, concluded that the former Speaker's action was not deemed warranted and was without merit. Well, the committee stated, and I quote, "Well, based on the evidence as provided and the judgment of the learned judge, it is concluded that the Speaker should not have brought the proceedings against the lawyers for the Commission of Inquiry, and he did not have express permission to do so on behalf of the House of Assembly." It added, "As a result, we have accepted the latter half of Section C of the resolution, which states, and I quote, 'This action is not deemed warranted, and it is without merit, and as a result, there should be no consideration of the matter by the House of Assembly,' end quote. Well, the committee consisted of Chairman Honorable Vincent Wheatley, 4th District Representative Mark Vanderpool, and Opposition Leader Julian Fraser. Well, a court document from the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court dated May 4th, 2022, saw Justice Adrian Jack once again ordering Willock to pay defendants Sir Gary Hickenbottom, Bill Arurat, Rhea Harrick-Soon, Andrew King, and Attorney General Don Smith by June 1st. Well, it is said that he will have until 4 p.m. on June 1st to pay the 4 defendants the costs, which were ordered on November 11th, 2021, in the amount of $98,676.51. Well, it added that he will also have that same period to pay the cost of an occasion by the assessment process in the amount of $7,500. Well, viewers, more to come as this story continues to unfold. Well, moving on, viewers, where attorney Corine George-Massicote is the new Speaker of the House of Assembly after being sworn in today at the 3rd sitting of the 4th session of the House of Assembly. While her appointments make her the 3rd ever female Speaker, following the likes of Vivian Inez Archibald from 2003 to 2007 and Ingrid Moses Catlett from 2011 to 2019. Take a listen.
I, Corine George-Massicote, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will well and truly serve Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and the people of the Virgin Islands in the office of Speaker. I, Corine George-Massicote, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law.
Well, after being sworn in as the new Speaker, George-Massicote gave her first official address as Speaker of the House of Assembly. While she thanked all who expressed confidence in selecting her as the new Speaker and assured residents that she will be upholding the strictest of good governance in her new role.
I wish to offer apologies on behalf of Honorable Vanterpool, who was unable to make today's proceedings. He has extended his congratulatory remarks to me, and I'm grateful. It is my honor and privilege to address you today. I am humbled and honored by the confidence placed in me, with an indelible sense of gratitude to my Heavenly Father, my loving and supportive husband, colleagues, friends, family, and well-wishers, that today I take the chair as your Speaker of the House of Assembly. I thank the Honorable Premier and the members of this Honorable House for their vote of confidence. I thank Madam Clerk and the staff of the House of Assembly for their guidance and support. I acknowledge that the people of this territory expects proper decorum and good governance, and deserves nothing less from this honorable house when conducting the people's business. In this regard, I commit myself to observe the tenets of fairness and respect in my role as Speaker, and to apply the ideals of transparency and accountability in my management of the affairs of this honorable house. Thank you once again.
Well, meanwhile, opposition leader Julian Fraser advised the new Speaker not to stray away outside her role, as seen with several past Speakers. He urged Mrs. George-Massicote to consult with the Clerk of the House where necessary and to use the relevant instruments to keep in touch with what is required.
You have added to the numbers that we have had in this House to date. So far, we've had 4 women in the House of Assembly. Now it's 5. The number is continuing to grow, and it's something that I applaud. Madam Speaker, I urge you, in the short time that you have before this term ends, which is supposed to be sometime in February, to be a quick learner in the post of Speaker, because it is quite possible that you, like others, might misconstrue the meaning of Speaker and its functions. I urge you to read Erskine May. I urge you to study the standing orders. It's short, but it needs to be studied. I urge you to follow the House of Commons and look at their rules vis-a-vis the duties of the Speaker. All too often, speakers might feel in their mind that they should be treated like ministers, and that their duties extend beyond what they're really supposed to be. Section 56 of the Constitution is clear on what a minister is and isn't. There is no such section in the Constitution for Speaker, yet speakers try to emulate it, which is a mistake. Madam Speaker, the Clerk of the House of Assembly, like clerks everywhere else in the Commonwealth, is here to advise you. And like they say, advice isn't always taken or doesn't have to be taken, but my advice to you is to take the advice of the clerk.
Well, earlier this month, former Speaker Julian Willock was asked to resign from the position after Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley revealed that the members of the House of Assembly had lost confidence in his role and his ability to fulfill that position as Speaker. Well, viewers, up next, the Elmore Stout High School, a look at safety, security, and discipline, and HireBVI to host annual career exposition. But these and more stories when 284 News returns.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
You value traditions.
Today.
You value music. You value education. Family.
I love you.
Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Well, welcome back, viewers. Well, over the past month, videos have continued to circulate of Elmore Stout High School junior students engaging in an unprecedented number of fights on and off campus. What more alarming is the public's continued sharing of such content. Recently, our Ron Grant sat down with acting deputy principal responsible for junior school, Mr. Cecil Hodge, for an exclusive conversation and a look at safety, security, and discipline at the Elmore Stout High School. Well, Hodge began by assuring the public that the school is safe for teachers and students. Take a look.
First of all, we want to reassure the listening public that the Elmore Stout High School Junior School campus is very safe. And of course, and within reason, we can understand why persons may feel that, you know, there's some issues that we need to address as it relates to safety and security in the upspate of the videos that you are being seen circulating. And reasonably so too, because at the end of the day, if you was to see some of the videos that would have been circulating, one could understand, and I think the school very much reasonably understand why the public and those who would be very much close to the school would give rise to ask questions about, you know, what is happening with our students at the junior level. So first, if we look at the dynamics of the junior school campus, the junior school campus is where our students from the feeder school will converge in the sense of where they transition from the primary school to the junior section. So we would have been taking in 13 or more different primary school students. Some of those students may or may not have varying abilities and in some cases disabilities. So if we were to divide the school into two, let's say we do have a section of the school that deals with what we call the support program. And that support program is for children who may have some disorder, whether it's attention deficit disorder.
So before you continue, you're essentially operating two schools within one, am I correct?
Basically, you could say we run two different programs within the school. So you have a program that caters for children who, as I said, would have, for example, attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder, or they may be slow learners or students who may not have, quote unquote, if we go back to when we used to have a common entrance exam, those students may, at that point in time, would not be able to come to a high school.
Well, additionally, Mr. Hodge spoke about the 1% of students who essentially are having extreme behavior challenges. Well, he spoke of the trauma behind their behavior, as well as the tactics used to address them.
It is what those students we call the 1%ers. 1% or less of our students are those students that you would find in the severe indiscipline and would need close attention to and close attention by our counselors. However, you ask the question whether we have sufficient counselors in order to assist us with the school counseling program. If we look at the two dynamics that I just mentioned about the two programs, one would have to say no, because we would need a counselor or counselors specifically to address our support program, which we don't have at this time. And then you would need 3 other counselors. For example, we have grade 7, grade 8, and grade 9, which is on the junior campus. So you would want to have a counselor that address your main program in terms of the 7, 8, and 9 grade
Correct.
program. But in terms of those 1%ers that we know that we have, because our statistics have shown that, it means therefore at the end of the day, their problems are much more acute. Some of them come from homes where they are traumatized. Some of them come from homes where they neglect. Some of them come from homes where the drug abuse, the abuse of drugs is literally part and parcel of their lifestyle. So, and then you have, when I use the word neglect here, I may also say that you have parents who have been trying their utmost best with their children, but they need much more support than the school would be able to offer them.
Well, it's been said that it takes a village to raise a child. With that in mind, Mr. Hodge spoke directly to the community and appealed for their assistance.
Let me say to the community that you do have a safe junior school campus. And like I said, it is your 1%ers, and as I said, the one outliers that you would see in those videos that literally would create the impression that you have a safety issue. And as I said, it is reasonable for you to feel that way, and it's understandable. So what we have to do now, provide more of the positive things that we want to show to you, the public, that are being done in your schools, because bad seem to always outweigh the good. And one of the downfall have always been of education, and then that's not just now. Fights have always been parts of school, and I've been in the system for a while now, and I've seen many fights. But what we are not good at is publicizing the amount of good that are happening within our education system.
Well, viewers, if you missed that interview, it can be viewed in its entirety on all 284 media platforms. Moving on to our next story, viewers, where this year HireBVI will host its annual career exposition tomorrow, Friday, May 27th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Movement Park. With a career exposition under the theme Show Me the Way, a roadmap to employment, will expose participants to careers, job opportunities, and educational options in the British Virgin Islands. Well, HireBVI's Managing Director, Rakima Turnbull, commented on the initiative.
HireBVI hosted a virtual career readiness workshop on May 19, which provided tips on being employable. We also held a professional clothing distribution drive on May 20th, where persons that registered were given professional attire. At HireBVI, we make every effort to assist and prepare job seekers for success in the work environment.
Well, it is advised that job seekers should attend the career exposition well prepared, professionally dressed, and groomed with a winning resume. The career exposition will provide an opportunity for finding jobs, learning about careers and educational options, as well as networking. Ms. Turnbull further on spoke about what she expects come tomorrow.
We specifically chose May 27th as well because it is midterm break for the students. Therefore, we are encouraging all seniors of the various high schools to attend. Let me recognize the sponsors: ACE, Achieving Career Excellence, 284 Media, CCT, Fuse, J Blacks, The Skin Studio by Body Glam, as well as other supporters.
Our viewers, for more information about this career exposition, call 442-HIRE. That's 442-4473. Or you can email info@hirebvi.com or visit www.hirebvi.com. Well, up next, 2+ years of outstanding increments and allowances. Police Welfare Association members called for monies to be paid by May 31st. And in regional news, Trinidad travel pass to be discontinued. But we get to those stories after a word from our sponsors.
Hello?
Wait, you're the lounge again? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services. One-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Well, welcome back, viewers. Well, the Police Welfare Association is urging the relevant authority to put the needed systems in place to have their members paid outstanding increments and allowances that in some cases have spanned 2 years. Well, Chairman of the PWA and Acting Inspector in the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, Mr. Sean McCall, made the appeal via a media release on Tuesday, May 25th, where he called for the outstanding monies to be paid to all members by the end of this month. He said, and I quote, "Well, the executive of the Police Welfare Association is calling on the relevant competent authority to implement the necessary systems and functions and pull out all the stops to ensure that their members are paid the long overdue outstanding increments and allowances." He added, the PWA is calling on the relevant authority to ensure that all its members are paid in time for the May 31st, 2022 pay period, end quote. Well, Chairman McCall also revealed that the non-payment issue of the increments and allowances is one that existed for more than 2 years for some of the association's members. Well, he said, and I quote, "Well, the Police Welfare Association and its members understand the technical nature of the process involved. However, the members have been extremely patient, diligent, and tolerant in their attempts to bring some resolve to those ailing and aging issues of non-payment." He added, "Well, these issues and discrepancies with payments, which in some cases span a period of over 2 years, well, these are matters of grave concern and rather troubling as it lends their contribution to the existing annoyance, frustration, and poor morale of its members who are no doubt disgruntled. Well, despite the stats on the outstanding monies owed to members, Chairman McCall assured residents that the members of the association stand dedicated and committed to their role and functions to the safety and security of the communities in the Virgin Islands. Our viewers, moving on to our final story, where we head to the region, where just after reports of the neighboring United States Virgin Islands discontinuing their travel portal created as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic effective June 2022, another major Caribbean nation and destination is also doing away with their online travel portal. Take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we monitor international developments, regional developments, and look at our local position at this stage of the COVID pandemic, where we see a plateauing of the hospital numbers at around 200, give or take, and we are seeing a waning of this acute phase of the pandemic. Please note, the pandemic is still with us. What we are seeing in Trinidad and Tobago is a waning of the acute phase of the pandemic. With that in mind, the Honorable Prime Minister has authorized me to make the following announcement as far as some relaxation of measures are concerned. So, as of Wednesday, June 1st, 2022, I am authorized by the Honorable Prime Minister to tell the country, especially those who travel, that the TT Travel Pass system will be discontinued as of next Wednesday, 2022. What this means is that unvaxxed nationals and non-nationals can enter Trinidad and Tobago, so you don't have to prove your vaccination status. However, you do have to provide either a negative PCR or antigen test 48 hours prior to entry.
Well, viewers, that was Trinidad and Tobago's Health Minister Terrence Dayal Singh speaking at Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of Health's virtual media conference yesterday, Wednesday, May 25th. Well, viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and, bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. This season, I'm taking you on an entirely different journey.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.